ancient times, the sacred mountain was sealed by the dwarf titans with 5 powerful.
Let's skip that boring part and let's dig into business. I need your help.
Hey, where am I? This is a bit different from what I visited earlier.
Hey, come here quick.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
How dare you to interrupt my story? I am the mountain.
Well, as I was saying, this is the Misty Mountain and has two things about it. One, it's filled with golds and diamonds. And there is some kind of weird magic.
What was the last part?
Instead, you can mine any dwarf streams, and all you need is a pickaxe.
Any dwarf streams?
Hey, welcome in everyone. How you doing? Today it's Wednesday and we're back here for the Lucky Miner, which is today, Wednesday, as usual. So, back to you. How you doing? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fine, because on my end, I'm doing fantastic. I've got great stuff to show you. I've got a lot of news and updates regarding our blockchain game, which is something really cool called MLP, which is the Master Liquidity Protocol. And I have a mural board right here to explain a little bit. It has a lot of arrows, a lot of stuff, but this not only helps me to organize my work and my thoughts, but why not share it with you and see what you all think about it. Hey, Shakespeare with the raid. How is it going? Welcome in, raiders. Welcome in, Shakespeare. How are you all doing? I just greeted everyone, so let me get back at it. My name is Bruno from the Pickaxe Master. Today it's Wednesday, where we do our Lucky Miner show, which is damn right today. So hope you're feeling fantastic, hope you're feeling well. If not, I'll try to make it better. So as I said, we've got some amazing news and updates regarding our blockchain game, which is also a DeFi protocol, which stands for MLP, Master Liquidity Protocol. And I've got here a mural board right in front of me, which I've been doing not only to organize my thoughts, to organize how the smart contracts are done and handled, but hey, you know what? Why not share it with you? I think it helps out me to map out what I'm doing, so I'm gonna go it through with you and through you, so you can also understand a little bit better what we're doing here and what will be launched very soon. So in the meantime, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Get yourself comfortable and let's get these parties started. So welcome in, raiders. Shakespeare, let's freaking go. Hope you had some really good access. By what I've understood, you sure did get some. Thank you so much, Wicked, for the resubscription at tier 1. These makes it 21 months. That's almost 2 years in a row. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Okay, so what we have here... Oh, also, do not forget, if you type in !LFM in the chat, you can access a forum and you should fill it up, that forum, because we will be rolling a Lucky Miner, maybe more than one, a Lucky Miner towards the end of the stream. And with that, you can earn some sand with the game that we have on the sandbox. So if you have not already, type in the chat LFM, fill it up the form, and towards the end of the stream we will be doing that, which is giving away some sand and giving you a chance to mine in the sandbox. Now, I'm super excited what we're doing here. This is going to be huge. This is actually going to be in a really good timing, and man, I'm just super excited to be working on this every single day. So let me try to break it down. We got here the user, which would be myself, which would be you, which will be everyone, and how it interacts with the whole protocol. As you can see, there's plenty of stuffs happening right here. If you're not familiar with Miro, it's a really great tool to work on, and especially to visualize your ideas. So what we got here, we've got several contracts, which we have MLP smart contract. This is approved transfer for tokens. There's a pre-mine for liquidity pool deployment, and we set the exchange contract. Also, this helps me out what type of things I have to do in the smart contracts, which I can show you a little bit later, which I have here on Remix. These are the smart contracts that you would be seeing there. ETH to token swap. So these are the new smart contracts, which is Ethereum to token swap, which will be MLP. We've got some things that have been added. We have the fee manager. Now we also have the MLP liquidity adder. These are new smart contracts. We also have the staking smart contract. So this is coming up really good and together. There's a couple of things that we already had implemented. Now they're a little bit better. For example, we have the exchange contract. There's some updates done. The Pickaxe token smart contracts. Also, we got some updates done, and we will be sharing those in a minute with you. So coming back here on the Miro board, I don't even know where to start. So because this is supposed to help me out, and maybe it will help you out. So the MLP smart contract is where it mints the tokens. The tokens can be minted with resources through the exchange smart contract, which we set the MLP, and where we do the token approvals, and where we set the resources. So we need resources on the exchange smart contract to trade for the MLP token, right? So with that, we've got here the resources. How do you get resources? We need to mint them. How do we mint them? By mining, by using a pickaxe. So on this, the user, and I'm going to do a smart contract to just do all of these approvals, because you need to approve resource spending, resource moving. You have to approve the exchange smart contract to mint and move stuff on your behalf. Also, you have to approve the Pickaxe smart contract to burn the token for you. There's a lot of approvals. I'm going to try to make just one single smart contract, just do that transaction and just get the whole ecosystem approved for you, so you don't have to do it a lot of single transactions just to get all of these set up. Now, here we have the Pickaxe smart contract, which the user buys pickaxes. With the pickaxe, we can set the Ethereum rate, so how many pickaxes you get per Ethereum, and what would be the token rates in case that we want to add new tokens to purchase pickaxes in the future. Let's say wrapped Bitcoin, let's say USDC. That's going to be stuff that later on everyone will be able to decide and will be included. So on this one, also goes for the distribution wallets, which will go on. Actually, this should be right here exactly, and this one should be right here. Okay, so the distribution wallets will go to the ETH to token swap. So part of the Pickaxe spending that's going to be on Ethereum will be used to buy the MLP token, which will drive the token up in price, and the second half will be to add to liquidity on the smart contract. This kind of leads up to the same thing. Then we have Dev Wallet, which will be to create new liquidity pairs. That's going to make the whole ecosystem much stronger. There's going to be for operational costs, and then it's going to generate revenue. And then at the end, at a certain stage of the project, we will have the tokenized revenue beneficiary. So literally, we're going to tokenize the revenue, and we're going to have the revenue going for stakers while all the protocol grows better, bigger, more secure, and catches more transactions. Now, having that said, so we've got here the first link, which would be the pickaxes. And now with the pickaxes, actually I don't have here to mint resource. Where does this go from? The mining smart contract. Okay, so that's the link. So the user will buy the pickaxe, you will have to make its approvals. From there, we will go through the mining smart contract. On the mining smart contract, we spend pickaxes, which are burned, and then we actually have the mine, which will go through a VRNG. This is the RNG we use. It's from Proof of Play, which is familiar. You can be familiar with Parent Nation. And then the result will give us a resource. It's going to mint a resource on your wallet. Then with that resource, you can spend it on the exchange smart contract. You're going to burn that resource, and that is going to mint an MLP token, and the ratio will be based on the token halvening that we currently have. And when that is done, it's going to go the MLP token back to your wallet. So sounds a little bit complicated, but this is how it's going to go. So this is the part I've been working towards this week, which is this part, which it's how it handles the Ethereum from the pickaxe purchases. So part of it, you're buying a pickaxe, you spend 0.01 Ethereum. What happens to that? Part of it will, these Ethereum to token swap will receive that. It's going to receive the Ethereum, and it's going to buy MLP token. From what? From the liquidity pools that we have set up. That is going to generate fees. The fees will go to the fee smart contract manager. That will add liquidity and also will claim fees. Now those will go into the MLP liquidity adder. Also, let me bring this up here. bring up to front. Okay. You also come to the front. What else am I missing here? So we have the MLP converter, which is the fees that we have. That could be, for example, wrapped Bitcoin, that could be USDC, that could be any other token. They're going to have to be converted all into MLP. Now, after everything of the fees have been converted into MLP, we have the staking smart contract, which is going to receive it and is going to be put up for staking. That will be claimable by the user that stakes their MLP tokens. So this is a little bit rather complex. I think also I should get some way to organize this better. I was just doing this on the fly. But hey, for everyone that was not here during the last stream, let me maybe just do a live example to you of what we already have developed. And most of the protocol, it is already live. So what I actually need to do is I already got myself some Pickaxe tokens. I don't need to buy new ones. So I'm just going to go over here. Going to inject provider, which is MetaMask. And what I'm going to do is get myself the mining smart contract. I'm going to compile it. I'm going to bring the mining... This is updated, but it still should work. This has already been deployed, so I'm going to get myself this. I'm going to load the smart contract. Yep, should be here. I exchange smart contract. What? No. I got something wrong. You should not be this one. Interface for exchange smart contract. Okay, I guess this is already... I've got all of this stuff, but for some reason, he is only interacting with the interface. That's interesting. Let me try to push the interface down, just to see what happens. Let me delete the interface here. I'm not sure if this is going to work, so bear with me. Let me just do some tests. Probably it's going to get an error. Yeah, it's not supposed to be down here. Probably. Yeah, this is the type of stuff I have to deal with it every day. Just trying to understand all of these stuff. Okay. I guess this is a bummer. And this is what we get for doing... for being working. I guess I don't get to... Oh, but wait. I have the backup, so I probably can get either way. I've got here the backup, so let me just get this one real fast. I'm gonna do a backup mining smart contract dot solidity. I'm gonna paste it, close. I'm just gonna compile it. And now I'm gonna put this one. I should have this address. Remove here, deploy, and voila, here we go. Now that's what we're looking for. Perfect. Okay, on this one I've already got everything set up, so there's not much me to put it up here. Now with this, what I've got my pickaxes, so I can mine. When I do it so I'm going to do one token, and the token, they have 18 decimal zeros, so to make one token, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just going to do in Portuguese. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, Don't mind me about that. I'm going to make the transaction. I'm going to get the pop-up. You can see here. I'm going to push it a little bit so you can see it. Just approve the transaction so you can follow up. You can see the transaction went through. So I just mined something. I'm not sure what I did mine, so we're going to figure it out. I'm going to push now for the resource token. I'm going to compile the resource token, smart contract. Compile resource token, and I'm going to deploy it to see what type of resource did we get. Actually, let me see if we got something already here. We didn't get a coal, so we got something better. Now I'm looking for resource smart contract, resource token. Here we go. So not coal. Let me see if I got an iron. I'm going to deploy at address. So this should be total supply Nope, it was not this one. So I got something better than that. Let me also add in my MetaMask. Abstract chain. So this is already, all of this stuff that I'm doing, it's already live in Abstract's blockchain. Okay, let me do copper. Did I get a diamond? That would be pretty epic if I got a diamond. Gotta be honest. Okay, let's publish this one. Let's see if we got a copper. Let's see total supply. 0. Okay, good. Let's see if we got a silver. Total supply. We got a silver. Now, that's a really good one. And it's pretty cool to see that, hey, we get to see the RNG working live. So now that I've got a silver, what I need to do is here on the proof, I gotta get myself the exchange smart contract. So give me a second. Let me pull that up. Maybe I can push with this. I know it's already developed a little bit more. I'm not sure if it's gonna allow me, if I have to put the backup. But let's see. Compile. Good. Now I'm gonna get the smart contract at address. Let's see if we got everything. Okay. Still seems good. So what I was saying about it, on the exchange smart contract, I have to allow the smart contract to burn my my resource. So on this one, I have to approve. The spender would be the smart contract. I have to approve the burn, and I'm gonna do one. So this would be one token. These would be 10, 100, 1000, 10,000. I'm gonna approve to spend 10,000 tokens. This was transaction done. Now I'm going to copy these parameters, gonna put it right here, gonna transact, and I'm gonna approve to burn 10,000 tokens, the maximum, of course. Okay, that has went through. Now what else should I do? I also need to put, so I've just approved the protocol. Now I'm gonna approve my wallet. I'm not sure if I'm doing any extra steps, but I know that this works this way. So I will make some tests just to see what are the needed spendings. So this was me approving my wallet to do so, to spend and to burn the resource tokens. Now this should be all good. I'm going to exchange now. I know 0 is for coal here. 1 would be for iron. 2 would be for copper. 3 would be for silver. I'm going to change one token. So 1. And you don't have to put all of these zeros. Of course, these will be the UI will be a game that you just go there and be like, hey, I want to trade this, and it just happens. All of these calculations will be done on your behalf. I'm going to transact. I should be getting here a pop-up, which I do. I'm going to confirm. Now, right now, I have 10,000. And there we go. So I had, how many did I add? So copper, coal is 1, iron is 2, copper is 4. I got 8 tokens from this alone. And with it, let me get here the MLP token. I'm gonna compile. Let me get this, which is also already live. MLP token, there we go. It's already compiled. Close. I'm going to put it at address, master liquidity protocol, and total supply. There we go. We've got 8 more minted here. So there's 10,512 tokens. It's pretty much working. Now what happens here with all of this stuff, now we just got myself with some more tokens, is that with the Pickaxe smart contract, let me do this one. I'm gonna compile, let me publish the smart contract also. Now this is pretty cool because the game just works everything on the blockchain. And I gotta love that. Here we got the pickaxe token. So when you're buying pickaxes, what's going to happen is that, so we just spent a pickaxe to mine, right? So when you're buying pickaxes, the Ethereum that you spend to buy pickaxes, it's going to buy token from the liquidity pools, which is going to bring the price of MLP up. With that transaction, it is going to generate fees. Those fees will be auto compound into the liquidity pools, making that they're always growing. And part of those fees will go for everyone that is taking the token. While you stake the token, it means that there is less supply in circulation because you are staking it. Now, the end game of all of this protocol, because while you're playing, the gaming part of it would be mining. You get yourself the pickaxes, you move around the map. It is open-ended. It is free enough to actually build upon it. So we're going to make a map that we can add more rooms and more stuff as we go by, just to make more game modes. But the genesis of it is that you go there, you mine, and when you're mining, you will be generating these resources. Now, as I was just saying, you get yourself some pickaxes, the Ethereum that is used will buy the token, that's going to generate fees, it's going to increase the liquidity pool, and those fees will go for stakers. Now, what we want to happen with this is that with the liquidity pools that we have, it's not only going to be on Ethereum, we are supposed to start with Ethereum, wrapped Bitcoin, USDC, Paxos Gold. So these are very, very strong. And since we're going to deploy on an abstract chain, we should probably most likely have with Pengu, which is their token, the flagship token of the company on abstract. And whenever there's the TGE of abstract token, we should also have a pairing with them. So what's going to happen is that when they want to trade tokens, for example, they want to trade Pengu for abstract token, part of it will go through our liquidity pool. So we will fetch a part of that transaction, which is going to generate fees. Those fees part will compound to grow the liquidity pools, and the other part will go to everyone that's taking the token. There's going to be someone that want to trade Paxos Gold to USDC. Part of that transaction will go through our own liquidity pools. We will catch a smaller part of the bigger transaction, but we get a smaller part of it. That's going to make it buy the token and sell the token. So they go from Paxos Gold to USDC. That's two transactions. Within those two transactions that's going to happen, it's going to generate fees. Fees of those that will, again, compound, will grow again to the liquidity pool, making it bigger, and part of it will go to stakers. So there's always a win-win in a compounding system that happens. The bigger that we get the liquidity pools to grow, the bigger type of transactions we will also fetch from the ecosystem. And the bigger transactions we get, the more fees they will generate. And the more fees means that everyone that's got their tokens staked will earn from those fees, and the protocol itself will continue to compound and grow bigger and bigger every day. Now, to aid and how to make this growth exponential is that when you're buying pickaxes, a big part of those Ethereum purchases to buy pickaxes will buy the token again and will add to the liquidity pool again. So there's going to be a really high buy support for the token. It's going to continue to drive the price up. And this is the type of positive loop. I reinforce this because this is a sort of a positive loop we're trying to implement. That everything that happens on the ecosystem reinforces and will make the buying of the token bigger, bigger, and bigger. So with that, we have a healthy ecosystem, we have a growing ecosystem that as time passes by, we generate more value because we're accruing, we are capturing more transactions on the blockchain. So that's pretty much the plan I just showed you. It's working right now live on the blockchain, which is pretty damn dope, all of this stuff. And we're going into the final bits, which is how we manage the fees, how do we get automatically to add to the liquidity pools, which is a little bit more complex, but we will get there in a minute. After that, it will be time to build the UI, to have the actually game part of it, that you go to the website, you go to your mobile, and then you don't have to interact with any of these complex stuff. You don't have to interact with any of this. Just go to a gamified version of this protocol that you have. For example, you have a character that moves around in the mine. You go to, imagine Pokemon, you know, that view, just very simple. You have that character, you go to a place, there's a menu, you go like, I want to buy pickaxes, and that's that. You just sign the transaction, you get yourself the pickaxes, voila, you got the pickaxes. You go to the mining area, just say like, hey, I want to mine. It is mine. It provides an animation of what you're gonna get. Hey, I got myself this resource, pretty cool. You gather as many resources as you want, and then you go to a place that it's gonna trade those resources for the token as a gamified version of it, so you don't have to deal with any back-end smart contracts. This just magically happens while you're playing, and I think that's one of the coolest parts of this protocol, which is a gamified DeFi liquidity protocol. So at the end, you would be playing, and you would be staking your token, and every day you just go there, and you would see that you have something to claim. And that claim does not come from us having to sell more. It don't come from us having to do buybacks or some, because, well, the system does the buyback for us actually. So the value just comes from the protocol existing, which will be live from moment zero once it starts. So one of the changes we did is that we had to limit the purchase or the spending of pickaxes per transaction. And the limitation we did, it's going to be based on the halvening schedule. The halvening schedule kind of borrows the... By the way, play game for fun. How is it going? Welcome in. Hope you're doing fantastic. I'm good. I'm just trying to explain the best I can this protocol and this project and this game. So, what I was just saying right now. Oh my god, just lost myself. The protocol, mining. Oh, pickaxe spending. Okay. So we had to limit the pickaxe spending because we don't want people to be able to snipe the token. So the way that we have the halvening, which is based on, it borrows the idea of Bitcoin, of halvening schedule. On Bitcoin is based on block time, and blocks take about 10 minutes each block, so a certain amount of blocks is done, and we know we've got an halvening every 4 years. So that is the proof of work type that happens for a halvening. On ours, we have a different, which would be the proof of mine. So proof of mine, how does it work? Let's say everyone gets to buy pickaxes, we get to mine, and we have our own resources. While we're trading resources, we're minting the token. So the halvening schedule will happen every time we have a threshold of 20% of the total cap that has been minted. Meaning that stage 1 or Genesis, we're going to have a ratio of 1 pickaxe per transaction. And that's going to happen until we mint 420,000 tokens, which is 20% of the supply. If we don't change the supply, actually, it doesn't mean much, the type of supply right now. Just have to make sure it makes sense towards the end. Now, having that said, now the unminted supply will be smaller because we already have 420,000 tokens minted. So let me just do a quick math. Total supply originally is 2,100,000. The first halvening will happen whenever there's 420,000 tokens minted, which leaves us with 1,680 tokens unminted. So the next halvening will happen when 20% of these tokens have been minted on what's left of the total unminted supply. And 20% of it will be 336,000 tokens. So it means that every halvening will have a smaller type of gap. It will require less tokens to be minted until we move on. But what's the gimmick here is that with each halvening, each resource, it's going to also trade for half of what it used to trade for. So a coal on the Genesis will trade for 1 coal, 1 master token. When we get the first halvening, what's going to happen is that we're going to have 1 coal, it's going to equal to half MLP token, so on and so on. It's going to always divide by 2. So with the pickaxe spending, what we wanted to do is that, okay, the first Genesis run, it's going to be rather fast if we allow everyone just to spend unlimited pickaxes, right? So we limited 1 pickaxe per transaction, meaning that every transaction will take about 3 to 5 seconds, so you can mine every 3 to 5 seconds. And that's going to creates enough space for everyone that's around there. Let's say we get to kick off like 3, 2, 1, protocol is live, and everyone gets to mint and gets to mine. Everyone has the same time spacing to do so. It's not like someone will go there with 10 Ethereum and they go like, yeah, just scoop like the first, all the supply for the first halvening, and everyone just got sucking their teeth, no, sucking their thumbs. So while we have this time constraint of the transactions actually happening, everyone will be minting with one pickaxe per time. So myself, you, everyone will have enough time to actually get their MLP tokens in order. When we hit the first milestone, the first halvening, what's going to happen is that you will be able to spend also the double of the pickaxes. So on the first halvening, now you can spend 2 pickaxes per transaction. On the next halvening, you'll be able to spend 4 pickaxes per transaction. So it also balances out on the amount of MLP token you get per resource. You have like always these square even equation, which I think it's going to help out to not slow down the protocol that much, but allow everyone to keep up the same pace as we go from halvening to halvening. And why we do that? Because the protocol itself, since it is a liquidity protocol that we're doing on the back end, that's going to generate the revenue for all of us that we're doing here, and will allow space and funds for us to keep developing further and on top of this project, is that it's the proof of mine is that it goes by as we spend Ethereum to buy pickaxes and we mint a token. It means that certain amount of Ethereum of money has been invested in the project. Therefore, it goes to the next halvening. And it goes so on like that. So the proof of mine is that the liquidity protocol grows bigger, bigger, and bigger, and therefore it also becomes stronger with it. Because there's more liquidity on the protocol and it's fetching more transactions. So the bigger it gets, the more liquidity it is, it proves its security by itself, by the amount of money that has been invested in and there is in circulation. So if we can grow this protocol into having, let's say, each of the liquidity pools, now they have $100,000 each, and we have 5 or 6 liquidity pools. If it grows into that stage, the liquidity pools alone, they have $500,000. So that creates a really strong scenario for the token, because there's really a lot of liquidity for the token that exists. It allows transactions to happen and go through the token, and it will allow also other type of transactions, like I was just saying, Paxos Gold for wrap Bitcoin. Some user is going to do that transaction, and we're going to fetch part of that transaction. It's going to be like, hey, one of the best routes is actually through the MLP token. So I'm going to grab myself this part of Paxos Gold. I'm going to buy the MLP token, and I'm going to sell the MLP token and get Bitcoin. And hey, that's how you get from Paxos Gold to Bitcoin. And we got 2 transactions. Out of those 2 transactions, we add generated fees. Those fees will again compound into the liquidity pool. It's going to grow. Next transaction, we have more space to actually do that, and part of it will go for staking. Now, the way that we have also designed the staking smart contract, which is something I think it's fair. I don't really like the hype, pump and dump, and I'd rather go something that is more predictable and we can build and would be sustainable on the long run, which will be, so let's say that we calculate today's fees, a full day, 24 hours, and then it's going to send those rewards to the staking smart contract, which is going to unleash to stakers today's fees. It's going to be 1 divided by 365, so a full year. So today's fees will be distributed through the whole year. Now tomorrow's fees will be accounted 24-hour window and then divided again for a full year. This is going to happen every day. So it means that every day, when we start from day 0, the APR, API, whatever you want to call it, on the staking, what you're getting, every day it's going to grow bigger, right? So the more liquidity and more volume that exists, there's also going to generate more fees that will be distributed over time. My expectation is from day 0 to day 365, we're going to start year 1. So we just had year 0, and now we're going to start year 1. Day 0 of year 1, it's going to have much more volume because liquidity pools are much bigger than day 0 of year 0, right? So again, what we're going to do, we're going to grab those fees, we're going to divide by 365, and we will be distributing a little bit towards every day for the next year. So I would imagine that year 0 would have, at the end of the year, a certain APR. Then, since we're going to start day 0 of year 1 with much more volume, going into year 1, it's going to grow much bigger. Now we go into year 2. Day 0 of year 2, since liquidity pools have also grown, now we can catch more transactions, it's going to have more fees. So you can see yearly how this will compound these effects. It's going to be a really slow effect, but once we've gone through the first year, you're going to see a predictable type of APR, and you would see the system already working. And we have gone through several different halvenings. We would see the liquidity pools growing and solid, and this is going to create this type of stability that a lot of DeFi investors, members, users really like about this. So I think we will also be able to attract those type of users. And again, we have the token staked. People will just enjoy earning those passive revenues, because that's another thing that on this crypto space we get so busy with all of this, playing that game, playing the other game, playing this on this protocol, the other protocol. So it's really like that we could just have a game that you just go there, you go mine, and then everything else just happens on the background. You don't have to worry about it. Like, for example, when we were staking sand on the sandbox, that was a really nice program. We just had our sand there, and we would be receiving more sand, and like, hey, I like that. That is pretty cool, pretty good. But it was not a sustainable model, so it ended up just being discontinued. And what we want here is that instead of having a staking model that gives a lot of tokens at the beginning, and it keeps going until it runs dry, and until it's discontinued, because it is not a model that it just can give tokens for free without impacting negatively the token. We rather start small, giving fewer tokens, and as years go by, it keeps growing and growing and compounding that effect, which is kind of more rewarding. You would be here at the beginning of the project, launch day, mining, getting the first tokens out there, and you look yourself into a 5-year window into the future and just see how much the protocol has grown and how much you have received and how much it has grown from there. I think it's rather way satisfactory than seeing a project that starts super hyped, valuation, all of that, just to see in 5 years that it just lost like 90% of its value. I think it should go the other way, right? So, having that said, I'm really, really happy what we're doing here. I'm really happy that we got the base, the foundation, that everything is working. We're able to buy pickaxes. We're able to get ourselves mining on the blockchain. We've got RNG that is provided by Proof of Play, which is the Pirate Nation. Then we can exchange those resources for the token, and that is literally the foundation that is right now live on tests on Abstract Mainnet. So that is pretty perfect that everything is working. Let me just mute these ads. Now we just have to do the little details, which are rather more complex, which will be how we handle and how do we do automatically all of this stuff, which is, okay, we've got someone to buy some pickaxes. Now we've got these Ethereum. How do we get to automatically buy the MLP token from the liquidity pools? And that, how do we add with the remaining Ethereum to add liquidity to the liquidity pool? And then how to remove the fees from the transactions and then send that to the stakers without me having to, or whoever would be managing the project, just to go through manually all of this stuff. Now that's what we're doing right now, which are the little details, but that give that extra sauce to this project, which everything just runs automatically. It should not be that far away. Smart contracts are pretty much done. There's like 2 3 maximum missing to be done, and then everything will go through another series of tests. I'm just gonna try to mint it out everything just to see how it goes towards the end of the project, just to see how we go through each halvening stage and all of that. And then yeah, we should have this ready for to go live. And then yeah, we also have to build the UI, but AI right now is so hot, it just makes it so freaking damn, I'll not say easy, but accessible for any of us to be a creator right now. It's so freaking damn easy, I gotta be honest. So I'm a musician and I've not touched AI regarding music, but based on my knowledge and what I know, I am 100% sure that I would be making a lot of music just using AI alone, just telling the chord progression, just saying like how I want the verse, the chorus to be, how I want the intro, what type of chords, what type of production. That would be pretty easy just to have that working with AI regarding music. I don't do it because I like playing. That's what gives that's what drives me to create music, to actually to play the music itself. But hey, I'm not a programmer. I've never been. So on this, I understand what this does. Import here, contract, the constructor, what it happens, what is the function. I read it and I understand it. But if you give me just a blank page to write this on my own, I would not be able to do it. If I ask AI to generate this code on what I want, and I see the code and I look at it, I'm like, okay, this is what I want. It makes sense. I understand it. The same thing goes for making a video game. I think right now, all the tools that we have on AI, they're super accessible as long as you keep learning with it. How many questions have I done? Like, what does this do? What is this used for? Please explain me like I was 12 years old. So I can command the AI to explain me on different moods, on different setups. And as I keep working, I understand what everything is doing. For example, let me just do here on this one, Ethereum to token swap. So for example, on this one, we've got where does it happen? So receive Ethereum and trigger swap. So what I said to AI is that I want this smart contract to do something as soon as it receives Ethereum. So we've got here receive external payable. So now I understand, it took me some time to understand that this, it could be internal, it could be public, could be a lot of things, but just because it is external payable, what it's saying is that when it receives an external payable, and payable usually stands for Ethereum. So whenever the smart contract will receive Ethereum coming from outside, from the external, is going to call this function, which is swap ETH for token. And it's going to be the message value. So whatever the message value, which is how many Ethereum as entered the smart contract, it's going to do that. So swap ETH for token. And we have here the function swap ETH for token. UNT 255 will be a number, which is the amount in. And now this is internal. This is a function that's already happening internally in the smart contract. And man, I've understand zero about smart contracts. Now I'll look at here and these type of stuff makes sense. I've learned it. So to build the UI and actually to make the game, and I think it's gonna be rather complex at the beginning and will tend to become a little bit easier as time progresses. Playing for fun. Finally here, I'm at work currently, just swap seats and now I'm the passenger. Enjoy the ride, man. Just enjoy the ride. Alright, so basically that's it. I've got to learn this, and my advice is if you have a project, you have an idea you're doing, there's no better time to actually do it right now. Okay, we have an ad in 30 seconds. We've got 45, no, we've got more 15 minutes into the stream. So my advice right now is to type in !LFM, fill it up that form. We're going to do the Lucky Miner right after, so do it. We've got an ad starting in 50 seconds, so that's what we're going to do. We get the ad going, fill it up the form. We're going to give it out some sand because we also have a game in the sandbox, and that's what we'll be playing right now. We're getting ready for the next build a challenge, so be right back. Do it. We're on the ads. Type in !. Be right back. There we go, we're back. Thank you so much for waiting the time and for filling up the form. So what we've got right now, we've got here the Wheel of Names, and who has already filled was Wicked, Ian IT Guy playing for fun, Cookie Boy King, Nazman, Elko Zero, which I've not seen in decades. How you doing, fam? I hope you enjoyed this explanation on what we're doing right now for the MLP token or for the continuation of the Pickaxe Moss and Mukduck. Hey man, Mukduck, that's been a while. How you doing? I hope you're doing fine. We've got here Mukduck. Mukduck is the geologist here at the Pickaxe Master. So those amazing fun facts you usually see on our Twitter page, that's the amazing and only Mukduck. And speaking in Twitter page, I have a request to make you, which is to give it a follow on the Master Liquidity Protocol page. That is very important. That's where we'll be sharing all of these news. Of course, we'll make a retweet on the Pickaxe Master page, but this is where we want you to be. Because stream Pickaxe is so early on my time. Alright, Kozero, I'm glad that you got to be here early today. So, Kozero, we've got a lot of stuff going on. I hope you enjoyed what's happening. If not, I strongly advise you to watch the replay of today's stream because we're building something really unique right now, and it's going already into some developed stages. I'll put it like that. Have too much energy saying you power boost. Let's freaking go! I'm gonna turn that power boost into luck boost for all of you. Okay. Now, let me see if we got everyone filling up the form. I guess so, so I'm going to close for now. I'm going to be rolling, shuffling 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good luck, everyone. Let's freaking do it. Okay, so please do put a follow on MLP Protocol over X. That's going to help bunch. That's going to help tons to get the project spread out there. We'll be making a lot of posts. We'll doing a complete full marketing campaign whenever this is ready to ship. And I need you to get that post whenever it goes live. And when you see in your feed, I'm going to need you to retweet because we want to reach the maximum amount of members, of people. There's going to be a lot of people that never heard about this, what we're doing. They're going to hear it for the first time. And going to see like, hey, what, Playing for Fun is sharing this? Hey, we've got Elko Zero sharing this. Wicked is sharing it. That's what we need. We need people too that were already in the sandbox community. Maybe they drifted away, they're doing other stuff, and they would be like, hey, I remember all of these people. I know Pickaxe Mass, I was also part of that community. They're doing something different, they're doing their own project, so let's take a look, let's take a peek. We need to also to catch that that attention back again. And also, that's me drifting, Pot Plucker. That's been a second. Hope you're having fun. I hope you're enjoying, and hey, we've got some really cool stuff going. These ads keep making noise. I couldn't hear what you said, but I hope you're doing well. Mukduck, I'm doing well. I'm doing fine. We're building here the master liquidity protocol on the blockchain. We're going to develop it on abstract chain, which is a new chain that is being developed by the same people that have developed the Pudgy Penguins. So super excited about it. They should have the TGE towards the end of the year. So that's going to bring also a lot of liquidity. That's going to help tremendously on what we're doing here. But either way, I just advise you to rewatch this stream. It's packed with information. Mukduk, you just won. Welcome back, and you just got yourself to be a lucky miner. But we're going to have more. So if you just joined in, type in !LFM and fill it up that form if you want to become a lucky miner just right after Mukduk. So Mukduk, what do you want to mine? We've got here the same old resources. You can mine sand, you can mine dirt, you can mine clay, gravel, and stone. So you're always lucky. That is very, very true. Now, let me bring that up to the stream. So, hiding Brave Browser. We've got the Sandbox Launcher going on. Well, let's get this started. So, Pot Blocker, what we're doing here, it's something really unique for the Master Liquidity Protocol. I've kind of repeated that a lot of times, but okay, we have to continue to do it so. So the Master Liquidity Protocol, it's our own mining game. Actually, it's the name of the token that of all of these projects. So the Pickaxe Master is developing right now an on-chain, a game that is 100% happening on the blockchain. By the way, for everyone that missed, this is something that Fred and Ferd has been working really hard. Now we've got an intro, which I'm not going to skip. I'm going to have you to watch it. So stay tuned. Oh, hang on. Okay, there we go. So we got these all cinematics. We got Steel Braids talking with Kuzu the Troll Witch. And man, he's just been really, really working hard with all of this stuff. We're going to reboot the Misty Mountain on the sandbox. We can mine some gravel. That sounds good. What have I been most lucky with? I'm not even sure, but gravel and stone, they're always good picks. But Pot Plucker, just to get you a long story short, we're bringing our game to the blockchain, which will be 100% ours. We will not be dependent on engine, on servers. What happens is that when you get to buy pickaxes, those pickaxes will be converted into the liquidity pool, and the end game of what we're doing is, I'm not going to skip the tutorial as well. I want to hear the tutorial of what's happening in here. And what we're doing is that by every time the game is being played on the background, we're growing the liquidity pool for the token. And we want to fetch transactions that are happening on the blockchain that are not directly tied to our token, which could be, for example, Pax's Gold, which is tokenized gold with Bitcoin. And part of that transaction will go through the MLP liquidity pools. And with that, it's going to generate fees, which will compound into the liquidity pools, making them bigger. And while they're bigger, they will also fetch even more transactions. And part of those fees will go for everyone that's taking the token. Part of the purchases of the Ethereum that is being sent to purchase pickaxes will also buy the MLP token, and that will drive the price up. While we're buying the token, we're going to put it up for the liquidity pool. So there's going to be even more value available for those trades. This is going to create a system where it's going to generate a lot of volatility. So a lot of people buying the token, selling the token, catching all of these transactions that are not direct to the token, and all of those fees will again compound to the liquidity pool and go to the stakers. Stakers will benefit from having a predictable APR that will start from year 0, day 0, all the way into year 1, year 2, year 3, and as we get every year more volume because liquidity pools are bigger, the users that are staking the token will also accrue more fees from it. So, long story short, that's kind of it. But I strongly advise you watching the stream from the scratch, from the beginning, where we got to talk about and go in detail of every little part of this game and protocol. Okay, so here we've got Denden and Rock, which will be your teacher on how to play the game on the sandbox, and what it's going to do It's just going to help out on how to go. I'm not going to read it out loud because we're running short, and I'd rather save that time to actually get another lucky miner on the stream to give more sand prizes than just reading. So you can take your own time. These will be live by the next Builders Challenge. Fred and First just redesigned the whole game, transformed it in from multiplayer back into single player. It has everything that you all love the most. Now I've got visuals to help out. There's no excuse for these being difficult at all. Actually, I should not be doing this because I have 2,000 pickaxe health and I need to roll. I do not need to roll. I already got everything I need. It's Muckduck and he wants to mine gravel. So the only thing I actually need for now is for everyone that's watching the stream to type in the chat good luck for Muckduck to see if we can get ourselves some diamonds and we take some sand home. So please do me a favor, type in there good luck so we can get ourselves some good prizes. There we go. Okay, starting with gravel, and okay, I'll just mine this one just for the sake of completing the quest. Oh shoot, that one is so close. Let's see if this also works out. If I break this one, can I also complete the quest? I can also complete the quest. Let's freaking go. Okay. Is gonna continue explaining. Man, it's just perfect. Explains everything that's happening. Now we get to collect the resource. We just got ourselves a silver, and I think that was probably it. Okay, I'm gonna get myself to a place that I know it has a lot of the resources we're looking for, which is gravel, and that would be in this part of the map. Now, Muckduck, on my end, good luck. I want to see some diamonds. We also added a little twist, which is whenever you don't get a prize, so you get these gravel resources, which is what stands for when you don't get a prize. Now we have a refiner that we can use towards the... Oh, let's go gold. That can be used towards the end of the stream. So what does that mean? It means that you can choose at the end of the stream what type of refiner you want to use. So the refiners that give the best prizes, they also have the lesser chances of actually getting one. It goes for amateur refinery, it goes for a professional refinery, and then we have the industrial. So this would be the tiers and the evolution of them. The amateur probably will give you a guaranteed prize. It's not going to be worth more or much, but it is guaranteed. Now, professional, it's going to give you a better rewards list, but it's not going to be guaranteed you're going to get a reward every time. The industrial, it even has better rewards, but again, it's a little bit harder to get those. But maybe it pays out. Maybe it's better to get one really good reward. That's something that's really... Oh, let's go an emerald. Let's freaking go. But maybe it pays out. Oh, they have changed spots. Let's go. Okay. I like it. Probably they're gonna trigger. If I mine here and I collect, it's gonna tell me to do so. Wanna bet? Yeah. So that was what I was talking about. So this is the professional. Actually, I think this is the industrial. Yeah, industrial refinery. There we go. I'm more of a go big or go home. So for the go big or go home, we have also the gem refiner, which is a step above from the industrial. And for those that really want the best maximum thing, there is the diamond refiner. We've never gotten a diamond on the diamond refiner yet, but there's always a first time for everything. So if you want to try it out, I would not. So you can see here diamond refinery. I'm not sure where it is, but I'm interacting with it. Okay, let's move forward here. So do you want to go with the diamond refiner? No, there's nothing. Gravel. We need more gravel. You can think on that already. I think it's gonna save us some time. If you wanna go industrial refiner, if you wanna go to... Now I gotta search what it is. Okay, the industrial was on top. We can try with the diamond. Okay, I like it. So if I was getting the message, where would that refiner would be? Down here? Oof. Fred, you watching the stream? Okay, there you go. Didn't think about it when I was hiding them. I'll change them to trigger volumes. Okay. Do you know where the gem, the diamond refiner is? I know I've interacted with it, but I have absolutely no idea where it is. I have to go look for it. Maybe around here? It's like a hide and seek bonus. You have to search for it first. Here's the waterfall, part of the waterfall. So I know I've interacted with it here, but I have no idea where is it. Oh, one more gravel. The diamond is where we put the earth rune on the MP game. Okay, perfect. So it's outside. Hey, this is a lot of gravel. That's what I'm looking for. Come on, we need a diamond right now. Silver. We need a diamond and we need it now. Silver. Gold. It's in the gallery? Okay. The earth rune in the MP game. Okay, I know. Okay, I know where it is. Yep. Let me go over there. We got some gravel blocks also. So these should lead me here. Yes. And now, can I climb? Oh. There's nothing to climb. Actually, yeah, I can climb it. So this was... Okay, there we go. Now this is the gem. But where would be the diamond one? Okay, here's another one. Ooh, nothing. So this is the gem. No, I was interacting with the diamond one. Other sides of the gallery up in the... Ooh, okay. It was there, okay. So it should be up there. We'll get it, McDuck. I want to know where this is. I honestly really want to know where it is. So there we go. There we go. Here it is. Perfect. I enjoy this. There's like these little details hidden in the map. Okay, let's find this one. Silver. But I gotta move away from here. I don't want to interact with this all the time that I would be mining right now. Probably the trigger volume will be the best idea, Fred. 100%. Since now they're scattered around, we should be able to avoid them if we don't want to interact. So it will be feasible, I believe. Oh, come on. What's happening? Where are the diamonds? Oh, visit Ojel. Why? Your pickaxe health is getting low. Go buy a pickaxe from Ojel. Ooh, this is new. This is new. I like it. So we got a quest indicator to buy pickaxe. Nice. That is really, really nice. Okay, I want to do it before. Not that I'm gonna buy it. Would you like to buy? No, thanks. Yeah, but this one has a trigger volume. Perfect. Okay. Nicely done. I'm gonna complete first, then I'll do it. So, Diamond Refiner was... I should be able to access that spot from here as well. There we go. So we got 1,680 masters. And now we're going to use the Diamond Refinery using gravel. Good luck. This is going to be our last chance to get a diamond. We've got 10 chances to get a diamond, so it's going to be rough. It would be the first time if we got one. Nothing refined so far. Come on, drop us a diamond. Just for the sake of it. I told you, this is really hard. Really rough. Honestly, I think the other ones are rather easy compared to this one. Because this should be the appropriate type of difficulty, I guess. So probably the other ones are way too easy. We got nothing refined, so Mukduk, that's gonna give us to the grand total of 1,680. So let me just take notes and transform that into masters. That's what happens when the go big or go home. Well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Our ratio here is 2,000 masters per 1 cent, so you got yourself 0.84 cent. Congratulations, GG. Hope you can get more on the next one. For now, we're going to roll the next one, and that's going to be the last lucky miner for today, as we are running out of time. We are certainly way over our time. I'm going to see if we've got anyone that has filled it up the form more. Nope, it's the same amount of responses. We've got Wheel of Names. I'm just going to remove Ear Mukduk. Taking it out. So, good luck everyone. Let's shuffle. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and rolling. Hey, I see those follows going on. Elka 0. Let's go, let's go. Do not forget, keep putting that follow on the Twitter page for the Master Liquidity Protocol, MLP. We have to grow that page. We're going to have a huge marketing campaign when we're closer to have the protocol all ready, just to showcase, to get a lot of new eyes on it, and we're going to need a lot of help. Oh no, play game for fun. So is it going to be Nasman or Ian? I think it's going to be Nasman. Nasman, you still watching the stream? You've been a little bit quiet today. There we go. You'll skip it? Okay. Nasman, GG, congratulations. You got yourself to be the winner. I hope you're still watching the stream, because I'm really going to need your answer on this. I'm gonna need you to tell me what to mine. And everyone that's watching the stream, let's congratulate here Nazman. And also send him good luck wishes if he is watching the stream. So I need to reset this. Oh shoot. But before I do so, I want to break free. I want to test this out. Come on. Okay. Gonna buy an iron pickaxe. Okay. It happened. So this is every time I go under? No. Gotta go old. Okay, let's restart. In session, restart. There we go. Yes. Do it. Nazman, it feels like you're out of luck because you have not answered the call, which means we're going to have to re-roll it again. So let's freaking do it. Bad luck, Nazman, bad luck. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Taking Nazman off the list and giving a spin. We've got Wicked, Elka Zero, Ian the IT Guy, Cookie Boy King, and Play Game for Fun on the Run. So let's see who gets the win. Now I am going to skip the tutorial this time, gotta be honest. We don't have much time for it. Skip the intro, yes. I'm gonna skip the tutorial. Oh, wait, Wheel of Names. Wait. You gotta watch it. Watch it. Whew. That was close. Is it gonna be Wicked? Is it going to be El Zero? Yep. I got it. As soon as I got that message, I just mentally, telepathically understood what you're all about to write. Hey, we got El Zero. That is a good comeback. A very good comeback. So, good reasons to watch early this stream. El Zero, GG, congratulations. Let's freaking go. Okay. Skip the tutorial. Alright, now I'm gonna ask you one question. What type of blocks do you want to mine? Let's mine some stones. That's a way to go. I'm gonna get myself some lucky equipment so we can get some lucky drops. I feel good. Everyone in the chat, please type in good luck here for Elka Zero. Myself, I'm gonna be mining some stone blocks and also good luck on my end. Let's do this. Okay, here we go. This place is full of rocks. Want to see a blue diamond. Blue diamond would be really good. We start with gold. I like it. Followed by emerald. Can we get a sapphire now? We got gold. Hey, play game for fun. Be safe out there. We've got another gold. Let's freaking gold. Yeah, this has been a good start so far. And usually this place is really good for mining. This is going to be the last one. We are already over time. So unfortunately, that's going to be the last lucky miner for today. So that is a non-prize that we'll be using in the refiner. Come on. Rough. Ruby. White diamond. White diamond. By the way, Elka Zero, do you want to use the industrial refinery? It's right here. I would have to still look for the other ones. Yes, okay. That is perfect, thank you. You know what? Every time I'm gonna do this, I'm just gonna use it already. Let's use it. Bam! We got nothing. So that was one try. We've got more. We've got more, and I think this refinery can get us a red diamond. So let's use one more. Let's go. Hey! Oh. We got gold. Let's do one more. We got nothing on this one. Carry on. We can mine one more stone block. Visit Ojil. Okay. Okay, let's go stone. Can we get something? We got gold. Let's do one more. And we've got gold. Let's do one more. And we got nothing. So 80 pickaxe left, which is going to allow us to get gravel. Unfortunately, we got nothing, but let's see if we can get something. Ah, nothing refined as well. 1,600. Elka Zero. GG. Congratulations. You got yourself, I'm pretty sure that this is 0.8 sand, but let me just be sure and do the math. Yes. 0.8 sand, which will be sent out later down today to your wallet address. Now, I'm going to wrap up the stream for today. If you have just joined in, I recommend you watching from the beginning because there was a lot of good information today regarding MLP, the Master Liquidity Protocol token, and I strongly advise you to look into that, which it's a really cool project. I definitely recommend you. Okay, we're gonna raid Maddie. Okay, first let me just do a sandbox search real fast. Sandbox. No. Okay, let's go over Maddie and copy and start the raid. There we go. So yeah, we got some pretty cool stuff going on. I recommend you watching the stream from the beginning if you have not got all the information. We'll be back on next Wednesday. I sure hope to have more news for all of you, and we've got more updates. Maybe we've got the protocol more complete, and I'm just looking forward to it, to be able to show you everything else just working with simple transactions. So yeah, I'll be giving some news and some bits of information on our Discord server. If you're not on it, please do join in. That's where we got all of this beautiful community gathered around this project as well. For now, that's going to be all. I'm going to wish you all an amazing day and an amazing week as well. Get yourself some axes, get yourself some sand, get yourself some fun while you're out there, right? So look out for yourself. Let's raid Matt. Say hello for him. From here, from the sandbox, from the Pickaxe Master, from this community, and we will be back next week. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you soon. Cheers for now. And how do we close the...